What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new episode of The 8 Below Show. Welcome everyone to 8 Below. Thanks for being here, guys, to the best gaming related show here on YouTube. And I'm super excited about our episode here today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into it. Today we have another really exciting episode of the show, guys. I'm welcomed once again by the lovely Mrs. Zero. What's going on?
Not much.
All right. Well, Alyssa, or Mrs. Zero, guys, is wearing the new merch that is being released on Poshmark, which you guys can find in the link down below. Alyssa, back up your chair just a little bit so you can show everyone the Just Keep Grinding. And then if you turn around, the Zero TV. Awesome. Absolutely awesome, guys. The merch is really great, and it is made by none other than Nike, guys. So Nike are the ones who are creating and working on this material that we are bringing out, which I'm super excited about. Once again, guys, the exclusive merch that is limited, guys, because I'm planning on releasing a number of different, having a different number of collections of the merchandise, guys. So check it out in the link down below, guys, to Alyssa's Poshmark page, which is where you can get it exclusively there. Now let's get into the show. So at the Game Awards, guys, of 2021, they announced a lot of different titles, and one of those being Wonder Woman. We're going to be talking about a number of the games that they announced at the Game Awards, but that being said, we start with none other than Wonder Woman, a title, guys, that we heard some rumblings about and some speculation. I want to break it down for all of you and give you everything that we know so far about this title. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So, guys, in an article that was written by none other than Thomas Franzese of Inverse, everything you need to know about the Wonder Woman game. Move over, Batman. Wonder Woman is here. Warner Brothers Games has produced many games based on DC Comics over the years, but most of them star Batman or Batman-adjacent characters like Harley Quinn. That changes soon, as we learned at the Game Awards 2021 that the team behind Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor is making an open-world game starring Wonder Woman. So number one, guys, the release date of Wonder Woman. Currently, the Wonder Woman game does not have a release date. Warner Brothers Games says the title is in development, which likely means it's several years away. Don't expect this game until 2023 at the earliest. Thankfully, there will be other DC video games to distract you in the meantime, like Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Platforms for the game have not been confirmed either, but we expect it to only be on current-gen consoles like PS5 and Xbox Series S. Oh, Xbox Series X. Obviously, guys, you guys can check out the none other than that reveal trailer or teaser trailer that we got at the Game Awards. But without going any further, let's just talk about the trailer. First off, guys, full disclosure, I'm actually a much bigger DC fan than I am a Marvel fan.
Me too.
But that being said, the movies at this point, Marvel has completely owned Marvel, or I should say DC, on the titles. Mm-hmm. Wonder Woman is really no different to me. I am not a fan of the movies. I did not think they were that good. I thought Gal Gadot is the perfect, I guess you could say the perfect actress to play as Wonder Woman. I just don't like the movies that much at this point. The first one was better than the second, but even both of them, at the end of the day, were very hard for me to watch. I like, not that they're like, absolutely terrible, but I'm just not a huge fan of them. I know a lot of people are. So with that being said, my excitement for the Wonder Woman game is not quite there. Now, that being said, though, I have to say, Monolith Productions, guys, the creators of the Fear series, of course, the Lord of the Rings series, or I should say Middle-earth, absolutely awesome. So my excitement for the game has gone up a little bit because of that. The graphics look great. We really only got a little bit of a teaser here, so it's nothing significant in my personal opinion. But I'm going to say that I am slightly excited for this based on the development company that is making it. Now, Alyssa, you've seen the Wonder Woman movies. You saw the trailer. What are your thoughts about it?
I haven't seen the second Wonder Woman movie.
Oh, you didn't see the second one. So you saw the first one. What did you think of the first one?
I didn't like it. And I've always liked Wonder Woman in DC.
So
I've always, as a character, I've always liked her in the comics, and she's not bad in like. She's in the Avengers, isn't she? No, that's Marvel.
No, the
Justice League.
Yes,
the Justice League movie, she wasn't bad, but in her own set movie, I didn't think she was that good. But I've always liked Wonder Woman, so I'm kind of interested to see what they do with the game.
Yeah, and I got to agree. I mean, the game, actually, it may be one of those things that I enjoy the game more than I enjoy the movies. Something of that nature. It's hard to say. But that being said, who is the Wonder Woman game developer? Well, Wonder Woman is developed by Monolith Productions, not to be confused with Xenoblade Chronicles developer Monolith Soft. Monolith Productions is a developer owned by Warner Brothers that's been making games since 1994. The studio is best known for the operative No One Lives Forever, the Fear series, and most recently, the Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War games based on the Lord of the Rings. So, obviously, guys, that gets me excited. I really, when we think about the Fear series, I've talked a lot on the YouTube channel about the Fear series. I love Fear, and I would love to see that continue at some point or another, but it looks like they're going in a direction of Wonder Woman, which from a business perspective makes total sense. Will the Wonder Woman game have the Nemesis system? We haven't seen any gameplay from Wonder Woman just yet, but we know Monolith's iconic Nemesis system from its Middle-earth games is returning in Wonder Woman. Powered by the Nemesis system, gamers will forge deep connections with both enemies and allies as they progress from a heroic fighter into a proven leader. So unfortunately, it is an innovative and highly engaging gameplay system, not seen in many games because Warner Brothers patented it. The Nemesis system will finally make its grand return in Wonder Woman, though, so we can certainly be excited for that. This is a single-player adventure as well, which should help the game stand out from multiplayer-focused DC games like Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So, obviously, at this point, guys, Wonder Woman is in development at Monolith Productions. So, we're going to be talking about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League here shortly, but single player adventure, totally get it, guys. I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me. I believe, though, that, and I've said this many times, for a game to justify the $60 price tag, it needs to be a full package, not just a single player experience, not just a multiplayer experience or a co-op experience. It has to have all those things to make a full package, which I would like to see here with the Wonder Woman movie, or game, but I do see why they decided to go this direction of a single-player adventure because of Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad. Alyssa, you saw the teaser trailer for, this game, the upcoming Wonder Woman. What do you think of the very quick teaser?
Nothing. They didn't show us anything.
Well,
they showed us was Wonder Woman. That was it.
Well, they showed us Wonder Woman. They had someone speaking in the background talking about kind of, just kind of giving us this like brief introduction to what we may see in the full game. Wonder Woman looks pretty good though. I mean, as the character.
Classic Wonder Woman.
Yeah, classic Wonder Woman. The graphics look great. But overall, guys, we're going to have to kind of wait and see. We need to get a full-blown trailer to really give our full synopsis on it. This is what we know so far. The big thing that stands out to me, it's a single-player adventure. No multiplayer, no co-op. What do you think about that? I know you more so play single-player games, but...
Yeah, so it doesn't matter to me if it has... But I think there should be something for everybody.
Exactly. So I'd like to see a full package out of it. It doesn't seem like we're going to be getting that, guys. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts about this. What do you think about Wonder Woman, the teaser trailer that came out at the Game Awards? What are your guys' thoughts? Let us know in the comment section down below. And for more Wonder Woman content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. So another game that got announced at the Game Awards is Star Wars Eclipse, guys. And I gotta tell you, from this trailer... it really has built a lot of excitement for me. Obviously, coming off of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which I thought was arguably the best Star Wars game made ever, I'm really excited about Star Wars Eclipse. Just from the trailer perspective, and we're going to talk about, let's break down what this game is all about, everything that we know, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So guys, this is coming to us from the official Star Wars page and the folks over, I'm sure, over at Lucasfilm and Star Wars. In Star Wars Eclipse, enter the High Republic in the first video game set in the era. So with a heart-pounding drumbeat, Lucasfilm Games and Quantic Dream, the award-winning video game studio and publisher, unveiled Star Wars Eclipse with a world premiere cinematic reveal trailer at the Game Awards 2021, which, guys, I highly recommend checking out the trailer as soon as you can. As the first video game to be set in the era of the High Republic, the multimedia initiative that launched with publishing earlier this year, Star Wars Eclipse will feature an original story and unique new characters, each with their own paths, abilities, and roles to play in the tapestry of events that could alter the carefully balanced piece in an uncharted section of the Outer Rim. So, guys, from the trailer alone, I think, we both saw this trailer, and when we watched it, it looked like a movie. I mean, just from the graphics. And look, the graphics all the way across the board, guys, are getting better and better. We see from the Matrix Awakens to, obviously, the Wonder Woman trailer, to all these different trailers that are getting shown now are becoming more and more. It's just, I mean, if we can kind of go 10 to 20 years in the future, I would obviously have to say that we are obviously witnessing the transformation of basically what like reality to AR to VR. It's going to get more and more interesting, and the graphics are just going to get better and better as we go. It's going to be like you're playing real life, which I think is very going to be very interesting in another decade or so. But that being said, Alyssa, before we go any further, what are your thoughts about the Star Wars Eclipse trailer? What did you think about it?
No, it looks cool. I haven't played any of the other Star Wars games, so I don't know, but it looks pretty cool. I thought you were showing me a trailer of a movie, though.
Yeah, no.
When you first showed it to me, I didn't realize it was a video game.
I mean, I thought from the different characters that they're showing, the big thing for Star Wars to me is I've always been a fan of seeing new environments, new characters, new enemies, and I saw all of those things here with Star Wars Eclipse. It felt like just different. Sure, you saw the lightsabers, but even the way they were holding them was different, and like it just the different characters, the different fighters that you had, or the fighter jets and such. That was all. It just felt different. The locations were places that we had never seen before. All of those things got me very excited about this title, without a doubt. Star Wars Eclipse will be an intricately branching action-adventure game that can be experienced in multiple ways, putting the destinies of an array of playable characters in your hands. Your choices will be at the heart of the experience, as every decision can have a dramatic impact on the course of the story through these decisions. Players will forge their own legend in the golden age of the Jedi. Star Wars Eclipse is currently in the early stages of development at Quantic Dreams Studios in Paris, France, and Montreal, Canada. So, number one, the thing that really excites me, guys, is when I hear the words that this can be experienced in multiple ways. So when I hear that, I'm thinking to myself immediately, full package. I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a single player story. There's going to be co-op modes. There's going to be multiplayer modes. They want this to be the Star Wars that you play for the foreseeable future until they make something else like a Star Wars Eclipse 2 or something of that nature. I feel like this is the turning tide that we've all been waiting for in the Star Wars universe, from all the issues of Star Wars Battlefront and things of that nature. This excites me, guys, because it's Quantic Dream. This is a company, guys, that is very intriguing. I'm really excited to see what they can bring to the table. But from what we see, it looks like they're trying to stay pretty true to a lot of the source material. They look like they're dealing with it with extreme care. It's got me really, really excited. Alyssa, any final thoughts on it as far as Star Wars Eclipse goes, being potentially a full package, or ways that you can kind of play this experience?
Well, what is interesting to me, it says your choices will be the heart of the experience, as every decision can have a dramatic impact. That reminds me of that one game. Do you remember what it was called?
L.A. Noire?
No. The other one where you were kind of like a robot, but you started to make your own decisions.
A robot making your own decisions.
Yeah, I think it was called, I think it started with a D or something. Remember? You could play the story 3 different ways, and the outcome came out different.
But you were a robot.
Yeah, remember? They were AR, and I forget what it's called, but I played it on the PlayStation.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, it kind of sounds like that, where like this particular game, you could play it as 3 different characters based on like the choices you make, and I played it all 3 ways, and each way the game ended differently.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So maybe it's something like that.
And that would be interesting that, there's a lot of games like that. I'm actually personally not the biggest fan of those types of games. I kind of like it where it's more of an ending that maybe is like a cliffhanger, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there's multiple ways that it could end. Because then you have all these different conspiracies and stuff. And it makes sense for a Star Wars game because you like to have all those conspiracies. You like to have people be able to have rampant speculation about the future of the series and such.
I wish I knew what that game was called.
For me, though, I don't know. And I'm trying to think. I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it, though. But
it's going to bother me.
With that being said, everybody, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts about this in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about Star Wars Eclipse? Are you as excited as I am? What do you guys think? And as more information comes out, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to speed here on Zero TV. For more Star Wars Eclipse content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. Warner Brothers and DC had quite the amount of games that they were showing off, guys, at the Game Awards of 2021. And another one of those was Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And this is a title, guys, from the very initial teaser that we got to the reveal trailer to things of that nature. It got me very excited. Now, once again, guys, kind of like Wonder Woman, which we talked about a little bit earlier in the show, I'm not a huge fan of the Suicide Squad movies. The first one, I will say, I thought it was better than a lot of people were saying. But the second one, The Suicide Squad by James Gunn, I absolutely couldn't stand. Couldn't even finish the movie, really. I thought it was that bad. And I know that, look, guys, movies and games, they're all, obviously all of us have our own opinions about it. And that's what I think what makes it really awesome is, something that I think is awesome, you may think is terrible, and something that you think's great, I may think differently, so on and so forth. So all of us, and that's what makes us human, and that's what I absolutely love about the world around us. But with that being said, though, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, for me to say that I'm very excited about this means something because I'm not a huge fan of the movies at this point in time. I'm a huge fan of the comics. I think they're great. And like I said, I would really, if they were going to take a direction of one of the movies, I would certainly hope that they would take one more so from the version of David Ayer's Suicide Squad than James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. But I want to talk really quickly, obviously, guys, about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, all the things that we know now at this point in time. You guys can check out all of my Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League content on the YouTube channel at this point in time. Let's get into it. So in an article written by Lauren Morton of PC Gamer, Warner Brothers has yet another open world DC game headed our way, this one with a team of 4 villains. Excited to learn more about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's fair to say that if you're a DC fan, there are a couple of big games to look forward to in the not too distant future. Announced at the DC Fandom presentation in 2020, we heard that we'll be getting 2 superhero and villain games soon. Gotham Knights will be following some Bat Family, while Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will have us tagging along with some favorite villains. While we haven't heard much about Kill the Justice League just yet, we have an interview with Rocksteady's creative director to scour for details and a couple story trailers to dissect in the meantime. There are characters and hints about the story to uncover, as well as villains to discuss. So, when is the Suicide Squad release date? Well, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will launch sometime in 2022, though Warner Brothers hasn't announced a specific date. So, that tells me, guys, most likely it's going to be late 2022, and there's a possibility it could get delayed even further than that. But nonetheless, I would say that we should probably be getting the game and be able to have our hands on it in 2022 at some point. If you guys have not checked out the trailer yet, you absolutely should. I loved the trailer a lot. I thought the Kill the Justice League's gameplay trailer was really awesome as well. Alyssa, you saw the most recent trailer that came out. It was a gameplay trailer showing off all the different characters and what they can do as you're playing. What did you think about the Suicide Squad movies, first of all?
I didn't like them. I didn't watch either one of them fully.
And so what did you think about the trailer, the gameplay trailer, now that people know?
It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah?
And like you said, I feel like it's going to let you be each character. So that's pretty cool. Like, it's not like you start the game as one character and you have to stay one character.
Right. And I think that's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, not having to play as just one character. It's interesting. Obviously, we have the cinematic trailer that came out, which showed Superman, but it seems like, obviously, that there was going to be some villainous types of ordeals when it came to Superman, when it comes to all these different characters. But even the Flash in this is going to be really interesting as well to see how that's played out. Is Batman going to be in this? That would be something that would be really interesting because it's called Kill the Justice League. So I'm feeling like all of the Justice League characters are going to be in this game in some capacity or another. And I think it's awesome that you get to play as the villains. I think that's a really cool concept, and I think they're going to crush it, to say the least. So what's the story here? Well, Kill the Justice League is part of the Arkhamverse, meaning it carries forward the story of Arkham Knight. Batman's out of the picture, but don't get this confused with Gotham Knights, and the story's picking up in Metropolis instead of Gotham. So during the trailer, the squad gets tactical directions from their boss, Task Force founder Amanda Waller. If you're not familiar with the Suicide Squad already, their incentive to stay in line and in the line of fire are deadly nanobombs injected into their heads when Waller conscripts them into the crew. So the characters, guys. So you've got, officially known as Task Force X, the Suicide Squad sends dangerous supervillain conflicts on equally dangerous missions in return for reduced prison sentences. The government Black Ops Squad has had a number of members in the DC Extended Universe. Kill the Justice League will star 4 of the bunch: Harley Quinn, Deadshot, King Shark, and Captain Boomerang. So absolutely awesome, guys. And I think the coolest thing about the gameplay trailer is that it shows off each individual character. It reminds me of Marvel's Avengers, that game when it came out. I'm hoping this game isn't as buggy and has as many glitches and issues, but I think it's just an awesome concept. They're kind of following right in the footsteps of Marvel's Avengers. So, who are the actual villains? And this is really interesting. Well, Superman is definitely one of them. There are likely other Justice League rogues making trouble in Metropolis as well. From what we can tell, it seems like Brainiac is actually the one pulling the strings. One of his abilities is mentally possessing others. So it may be that he's found a way to put the entire Justice League under his influence. And that's what is going to be really interesting about this, because we haven't seen this, guys, in the Justice League movie or any of the DC films at this point. But this is something that does happen in some of the comics. Brainiac, guys, is going to be an interesting villain in this, making some of the Justice League villains at the same time. So before getting any further, Alyssa, you kind of have seen, obviously, the gameplay trailer at this point, and you're hearing some of the talk about some of the villains. Are there any villains that you'd really want to see in this one? Obviously, we've got Joker a lot.
I like Harley Quinn.
Well, she's going to be in this, obviously, because of Kill the Justice League. Is there anybody? Well, let's just say whether it's villains or heroes. Obviously, you want to see Batman. They're saying that Batman's not going to be in this one, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I feel like he's going to be in some form or another because of the Arkham storyline and how they're just saying that he's essentially done at this point, or that version is done. I have a hard time believing it, but nonetheless, who would you like to see in this?
Well, I'd like Superman to not be bad because he's not a villain. So I'd like him to just be regular Superman. I don't know. I'd like to see all those superheroes. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. And you like fighting the superheroes? That would be interesting.
I mean, that's going to be interesting.
I know.
Because we've never fought the superheroes, so that'll be weird.
It does look like in the trailer, though, like the villains are fighting some of the other villains, like creatures and things of that nature. So it doesn't feel
it'd be
like...
interesting if some of the superheroes turn rogue.
Right.
And fight each, like, the other superheroes.
Yeah. And that'll be something very interesting. So here's the big question as well, guys. Suicide Squad campaign can be single player or co-op. So the Suicide Squad works as a unit, but you as a player can work alone if you choose. Rocksteady says that if you choose to play solo, the other 3 members of the squad will be handled by AI playing alongside you. You can pick a favorite team member to stick with, but you're also free to hop into the shoes of any team member at any time. If you want to have friends drop in, they can take on the role of the other squad members for a total of 4 players in co-op. Rocksteady says that it's a seamless experience, meaning you can have friends join or drop out as needed and won't be forced to commit to solo or co-op during the campaign. So that's awesome. So like you and I can both play together if we want to, play different characters. You play as Harley Quinn and I play Deadshot or King Shark or something of that nature. And that's kind of cool. Or I can play by myself. Big question though, is there going to be multiplayer? Whether it's multiplayer where it's PvP or PvE where you're going up against waves and waves of enemies, I'm really hoping there's multiplayer experiences here as well to be had. Co-op single player, we're almost there. If they have multiplayer, it'll round out a full package, which I think would be absolutely awesome. But with that being said, guys, let us know in the comment section down below, what do you think so far about Kill the Justice League, or I should say Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League? What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section down below. And for more Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. So one of those titles, guys, that I absolutely love that is exclusive to PlayStation was Horizon Zero Dawn. So the Horizon fan base, or I should say the franchise as a whole, guys, very excited about. The fan base is incredibly excited about the continuation of this. I believe that this is going to be a long-withstanding franchise from Guerrilla Games. The first one, I really liked it. I thought it was awesome. This concept of robot dinosaurs and such taking over the earth, and there just seems like there's so much to explore here, guys, whether we're talking worlds, whether we're talking the area that you're in that current point in time. This has tons of potential and upside, in my opinion. Definitely one of the best from Guerrilla Games, without a doubt. That being said, though, I want to talk about everything that we know now about Horizon Forbidden West, the very anticipated up-and-coming sequel to, of course, Guerrilla Games' Horizon Zero Dawn. So let's get into it. So, guys, in an article coming to us from the folks over at Tech Radar, that being Samuel Roberts, Vic Hood, and Rise Wood, Horizon Forbidden West will release in 2022. Horizon Forbidden West has managed to cement itself as one of the most highly anticipated exclusives for PS5 for good reason, and its February 2022 release date seems so close yet so far away. So, releasing on both PS5 and PS4, Horizon Forbidden West was originally slated for a 2021 launch, but was confirmed during Gamescom 2021 to be pushed back to February 18th, 2022. The sequel to 2017's critically acclaimed Horizon Zero Dawn, we know that Horizon Forbidden West will continue the story of protagonist Aloy. This time around, she finds herself in the western United States on a mission to stop a mysterious threat known as the Red Blight. So, if you want all the details about Horizon Forbidden West so far, and we're learning a great deal as the game's release approaches, we've collected together news and rumors below. So, obviously, guys, this is the sequel to the critically acclaimed Horizon Zero Dawn. The release date currently is February 18, 2022. Let's hope that it sticks with that. And then it releases on PS5 and PS4. So before we go any further, I am certainly going to be playing this game very shortly, or probably right when it comes out, guys. I absolutely love this game. It's certainly top 10 all-time for me when it comes to PlayStation exclusives. It could be, depending on how good this game is, could definitely move into my top 5. I absolutely love it. Alyssa, I don't believe you've played it yet.
I've played the beginning of the other one.
Okay, you played the beginning.
A few minutes of it.
But you're not a huge fan.
It's not really my type of game.
Because you don't like...
It's first person.
No, it's third person. You don't like, though, that it's like bows and arrows and swords.
Well, I like bow and arrows, but swords are hard for me. And
guns.
I don't like being frustrated with a game, and it frustrated me.
Yeah. It certainly didn't frustrate me.
But I
enjoyed
can't
it.
wait to play it on the PS5.
Right.
We just got ours.
Yeah, so we just got the PS5, which is awesome. Still waiting to get the Xbox Series X.
I can't wait to see the graphics.
The graphics of it are going to be special.
Because the graphics were already good on the PS4. I'm
yes.
interested to see what the graphics are like on the PS5. It's probably out of this world.
Because we don't have any PS5 games. I mean, the only one that we played was we downloaded the Matrix
games
Awakens.
We've played so far are games we've had on the PS4.
Well, we downloaded the Matrix Awakens, the beta,
was a
and that looked incredible. Yeah. But I'm very excited about a title like this being on PS5. So, nonetheless, guys, don't get me wrong. I am incredibly excited about this title. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. Though it was originally expected to release in 2021, particularly after PlayStation boss Jim Ryan told GQ he felt pretty good that Horizon Forbidden West would hit that year. During Gamescom 2021, Sony confirmed that the game had been delayed until February 18, 2022. While it's later than originally expected, it is at least now a solid date, or at least we hope. He went on to say that while the decision to move the game's launch to 2022 certainly wasn't easy, we'd like to take a moment to thank all of our fans for their unwavering support. We know how much you've been looking forward to reuniting with Aloy and her friends, continuing her story, and exploring a new and more dangerous world. Your passion, fan art, cosplay, virtual photography, and videos have meant the world to us, which is awesome. And I've always said this, guys. I much rather prefer them delay a title if it means that it's going to be fully polished and ready to go than release it too early. Now, the one thing that does bother me is when they say they're going to delay it and then they bring up another day and then it gets delays again. And it goes into this limbo cycle. It goes into this development hell kind of stage. And I would rather, before even giving us another release date, like how we have with Horizon Forbidden West, they say it's going to be February of 2022. But, if they end up changing it again, that's going to really start upsetting the fan base. I would rather them just wait until they know exactly when they're going to release the game before, actually giving us release date, because then we get our hopes up, we get excited about it. We've had this a lot, like with The Last of Us Part 2. They're saying, oh yeah, the multiplayer's coming. We still haven't gotten it up to this point. So those are the things that really can frustrate a fan base. So Horizon Forbidden West, absolutely hope that they stick with the February date. I really hope that they create a full package here. It doesn't sound like they're going to, but I would love to have multiplayer. I would love to have some co-op modes, some other ways to connect with this franchise, where I'm not moving on to other games after I beat it, like something I can continue doing over time, or other fans who are huge fans of this title. Obviously, Alyssa, you don't really care so much about having a full package, but you're saying that you're pretty excited to at least try this game, even though it's not something you would rather...
Or at least watch you play it.
Watch me playing it, yeah. Definitely. So, following a pre-order announcement from Sony, we finally know how much Horizon Forbidden West will cost at launch for its different versions. Obviously, guys, we all know it's going to be $59.99, $60 across the board. Now, it just changes based on what edition you get. Now, obviously, guys, if you haven't checked out the trailer for Horizon Forbidden West that debuted at the Game Awards, I would highly recommend checking it out. Alyssa, what did you, from watching the trailer, did it get you, like, just from, I know from a graphics perspective you really liked it, but what did you think about it?
I thought it was okay. I didn't really like the first one, so to me it's not that exciting, but to you it is.
Yeah.
So
and that's totally fine. She doesn't think it looks that great. I think it looks awesome, and that's what.
But I also didn't play the first one, so I don't really even know what it's about.
Yeah.
So.
I think you would love it if you actually got into it. I mean,
maybe I will.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go back and play the first one.
Yeah. And all gaming is subjective, guys. Like we've always talked about. Something I like, you may not. Something that she likes, you guys might not like it, or you guys, I may like it as well, or it's all subjective, guys, and that's what makes it really awesome.
I'm a video game novice, so.
Right.
I'm a beginner. I just play for fun.
No, of course. So the setting and story, a direct sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West takes place 6 months after the end of the first game. And we will see Aloy travel west from her homeland to a new frontier setting. The reason for Aloy's journey is to seek out her allies and a solution to the Red Blight, a mysterious organism that's destroying the natural world, and she'll meet new tribes and new machines along the way. Horizon Forbidden West will take players to locations like San Francisco, Yosemite, and beyond, with narrative director Ben McCaw telling Games Radar that the vast majority of the game takes place in the Forbidden West. As revealed in an official PlayStation blog post, there's an entire team headed up by Aspen Sohn, lead living world designer that's dedicated to making Horizon Forbidden West world feel authentic and alive, the tribes, the settlements, and the people within them. Makes me very excited to hear this, guys. The competitive and combat focus Tanath are both similar and different from other tribes in the game world, and this in turn is communicated through the game world itself. Though through the details, the animations, and the behaviors within their settlements, you'll see the Tanath working out, readying themselves for battle. They're often younger because they need to be capable warriors. Their base is an ancient ruin from which they've picked up certain old world gestures that they may not fully understand, like using a military salute to say hello. So very interesting stuff, guys. I mean, they really are creating, and I could totally see Horizon becoming one of those titles in the gaming world that becomes a movie, adapted to a movie.
Sure.
There's just so much lore to be had here, and that's what I'm really excited about. And think about this as a movie, like it could be like a Jurassic World, but like with robots. It's pretty interesting. According to Stephen Lumpkin, senior designer at Guerrilla, the team wanted the towns and villages across the Forbidden West to feel lived in, vibrant, and useful to that end. In each settlement across the world, you'll find opportunities for adventure. They are filled with merchants and vendors, stitchers who can sell Aloy powerful and beautiful new outfits in exchange for shards and machine parts, hunters who offer an array of tactical new weaponry, herbalists who sell potent potions that Aloy is definitely strong enough to handle, and cooks who prepare invigorating meals that Aloy can carry with her for a boost. So, I mean, guys, it is there's a lot here, right? There is a lot here. Even when we talk about some of the gameplay and such, they really have gone into extreme detail with some of the when it comes to some of the gameplay as well. Upgrading is part of increasing the game's RPG and action mechanics, with Dijon telling Games Radar that it also comes from just the desire to make the weapons more engaging, that you have a little bit more of a bond with these weapons by investing time and resources, and by upgrading them, you get that feeling of like you actually spent time to make this weapon better. Rather than rather than getting an upgrade from a machine and just slotting that in, you have to fight sort of machines or get other resources throughout the world in order to upgrade. So the whole loop is more integrated in that sense with the rest of the world. Absolutely awesome, guys. And obviously, I think we can all agree that the graphics are going to be an increased. Just going to be, they're going to be on another level with the PS5 for sure. I mean, us playing the PS5 already, you can just tell the difference. It's unbelievable. Me playing like Call of Duty Vanguard on the Xbox One, the original Xbox One, and then playing Matrix Awakens on the PS5. What a huge difference. Yeah. Unbelievable. But with that being said, guys, I'm very excited about Horizon Forbidden West. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. So what do you guys think about it? Let us know in the comment section down below. And for more Horizon Forbidden West content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. And with that being said, everyone, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the 8 Below Show. And if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.